Good morning, happy Sunday morning. Coming to you live here from the Animal Behavior Center. My name is Laura Joseph, owner of the Animal Behavior Center. We're an international educational center, key point, education, where we teach people all over the world how to empower animals and the people that care for them. And we do that through our live streaming services. That you can find out more about on our website, which is the animalbehaviorcenter.com. You can also email me. Hey, Lauren, over there, a couple hundred feet away from me. Lauren Way, commissary. You can also email me, Laura, L-A-R-A, at theanimalbehaviorcenter.com. Hello, Maggie, and good morning, Adrienne. So today, I'm live streaming straight from my phone, so I can't show any photos or videos. But we are always focused on enrichment here at the Animal Behavior Center for numerous different reasons. And I'm going to show you a couple different types of enrichment. And I'm going to show you what we look for, how we begin. Might jump across a couple different species of animals this morning. So, I mean, we have a whole room here at the center that's focused nothing but enrichment, because that is how important it is. And our philosophy here at the Animal Behavior Center, enrichment is not an option. It is a must. And there is the awesome BD out there in Seattle, and Sharon over there in Long Island, and Donna Foss. Good morning, everybody. So studies show that if you're actually using positive reinforcement training, it's the animal's preferred form of enrichment. I know that for a fact because I see it every single day, and that is the reason I train. Also, and I can document this. I mean, I just brought some of my research papers, the books that I use for research, over to my new building this morning. Good morning, Daniela. Good morning, Susie Chin down there in Texarkana. I can show where I get these studies because I have a ton of papers, and I'm always researching abnormal repetitive behaviors, positive reinforcement training, enrichment, studies on enrichment. But studies also show that one of the most complex form of enrichment is social interaction, whether that's animals being housed together. Social interaction could also be our interaction with them. So that is the training, the social interaction. The animal is, I guess I should have brought along some things to train. I brought along some things to create enrichment and show you where I start with enrichment with particular animals. Good morning, Tara, and good morning, Conrad. Okay, so it might get loud. Are you guys ready to get started? And I don't know how long this live stream will go. It'll depend on if we see a couple of keepers along the way. Good morning, Kim, Wendy down there in Texas. So I'm sitting here in my office. I'll show you some of the birds, some of the parrots, and some of the enrichment they have. Then I'll take you into our enrichment room and show you how we make some of this enrichment. I will also show you some of the stuff we do for zoo enrichment. And then I'm going to take you outside to an enclosure and show you some enrichment that I have found with this particular pair of animals, but we're going to expand on that. And I'm going to show you right where I start and how we can increase complexity. Alrighty, so I saw Karen Pratt on here this morning. Good morning, Karen. I sent Sandy a text this morning. I need to talk to you guys about something when you get here, so I'll try to be back over here when you get here. Good morning, Diane Garrett. Okay, I would love to have a live stream Coffee with the Critters with a couple other people sometime. Hey, Charlene, about enrichment and complexity. Because when I'm talking about enrichment, when I focus on enrichment, I'm focusing on the 3 C's. And I give a presentation on this. The 3 C's: choice, control, and complexity. And all 3 of those need to be involved in our forms of enrichment. If we are not incorporating these into enrichment, you will find boredom. And studies show with predictability comes boredom. So that's the importance of not doing the same old type of enrichment all the time. Same old type of training all the time can be very predictable and boring. Good morning, Patricia. The same old toys can be boring. I hear people say a lot of times, my dogs don't play with toys. Yeah, because you gave them the same damn bone for the same thing for the past 2 years. Please mix it up. When my dogs were puppies, I was always trying to get them at least 1 new toy a week, at least. So let's see. If we're not providing enrichment or appropriate, enrichment is individualized. And enrichment needs to be a lot more than just natural, because natural can get boring really fast, because in nature, the globe is your environment, okay? When we are caring for animals, the globe is not their environment anymore. So there's a lot of things out there for animals to do. When they're inside, we better go beyond providing just the natural, because natural is not complex enough, because there's so much of nature that's impossible for us to bring in. So my number 1 competitor in life is Mother Nature. I will never meet that bar, but I like to hold that bar that high, because I will never stop trying. And I bring you along the way, okay? So if anybody's interested in doing that group Coffee with the Critters live stream with me on enrichment, please shoot me a PM right here on the Animal Behavior Center, and we'll get it scheduled. All right. Good morning, Chris. Anything else I want to talk to you about enrichment before I introduce you to the other room? It's hard to accommodate captive animals unless you have the commitment. Yeah, you have to have commitment. And I was thinking this morning, my life wouldn't be so stressful if I wasn't responsible for the care of so many animals. I choose to make my life this complex. My life is full of a lot of anxiety, and that kind of sucks. I wish I could take a lot of that out of it, but I care for so many animals that it's hard for me not to be anxious about it. Okay, let's take you out here. So this is just one room of the Animal Behavior Center. And yes, I believe it's all parrots in this room, but hang 10, we're moving beyond the parrots. But a lot of times, I mean, there's a reason one of my nicknames is Avian Santa, because I like to be the Santa Claus of birds. So here you'll see, let me turn this radio down. So here you'll see individual enclosures, and it's not necessarily the size of the enclosure that's important. Good morning, Mark. It's what is in it. This is the reason we no longer have a 10,000 square foot center anymore, because it was 1,000 square foot of enclosure space, 1,000 square foot of enrichment for volunteers to make, and 8,000 square feet of grassed-in area and flights. But what I saw for the birds is they were never flying around it. Well, they would, but majority of the time, they were on me or wanting to be near me. Okay, this is important in working with enrichment, because we're talking about social creatures. Remember me saying social interaction is one of the most important or complex forms of enrichment? It is. So we provide different perches, different substrates. This is just for our birds. We design the enclosure on how the bird can move. Is it, or not the bird, but the animal. Is it handicapped? Yes. Is it flighted? Yes, but it chooses not to. Is it flighted? Yes. Cage totally designed different than one that is not flighted. Is it flighted? Yes. Something else we also pay attention here. I could take one look at this cage and tell you it's a macaw cage and not a umbrella cockatoo cage or a blue-fronted Amazon cage. I can tell because of the size of the perches. I don't like, especially birds, touching their tails on anything because it's an aversive for them. They need numerous places to fly. They need different substrates of perches. If they have the same round perch, the same substrate, it can help cause bumblefoot. It's something we want to stay as far away from as possible. So take a look at, let's see, let's open an enclosure here. Rocky, I'm coming in. Okay, so we have a rope perch, we have a 2x4, we have 3 different kinds of sticks. This is actually kind of bare, and actually I would say this looks like a cage for a bird that's flighted, but it's not. We just got busy and we don't have enough perches in here, and we will get to that. Hello, Ray down there in Florida. So take a look at the enrichment here for Rocky. Rocky's a Moluccan cockatoo. We design toys differently for each animal. Okay? I'm going to take you outside here shortly. Coco! But we also have these play gyms in here. Now this is just for birds, but we don't focus just on birds. Co! But look, we got our C-tracks, and we talked about all this in the parrot project. We got our C-tracks up here, and then we have our ceiling protectors hanging from those. We can adjust those. These will slide. We've got 2 jungle gyms up now. We've got C-tracks for more here. We just haven't hung anything yet because I've been so busy. But does the animal like to run on the floor? Does the animal like to fly? Does the animal like height? Yeah, it all depends. Does the animal, here's a piece of enrichment right now that he is going to town on. Now, let me tell you another important part of enrichment is this toy has been hanging as an enclosure for a week. I moved it from his door to here, and he has been going at it nonstop for the past 24 hours. So location of the enrichment inside the enclosure makes a huge difference, right, Pipsqueak? Yeah, you have Dora the Explorer. If he can climb down and walk around, he will. So will ours. Rocky loves to walk around on the ground, so we provide a lot of enrichment down here. Let's take a look in here. This is our enrichment room. Hey, Wilma. This is our enrichment room. So here is where we make enrichment. And here's Kim and her lovely husband making enrichment now. And here's a couple different pieces different volunteers have been working on. We're focusing on getting our resident enrichment up to par. Once we do, we're going to start focusing on our zoo enrichment. So almost all of our enrichment provides some type of foraging, meaning the animal needs to search for its food. So we have, like, this is something easy peasy. I mean, we're just getting started, just getting collection of, this is our zoo table. So you'll often see this in our bear enclosures where we will, gotta love macaws, right? Where we will Put food and water in here. Fill it up to here. Fruits and vegetables, fill it full of water, freeze it. Fruits and vegetables, water, freeze it, and keep going up. And then we'll throw this into the bear cage. We do the same thing with this. Other things, like we have these rolls. These are hard. There's a lot of things we can do with this. We have this. I bet you we gave that to some type of primate. I see we're getting some of our toy parts in that we've ordered for different animals. We use a lot of PVC, but let's go ahead and head out of here. What, Wilma? Wilma, I've started training. Wilma, what? Okay. Wilma and Fred are going to be heading outside to their new enclosure real soon. And there's no better form of enrichment, particularly, I don't want to say particularly for birds, for any animal, than being outside. Any animal in my care, I love to give them an outdoor enclosure. Sorry, we don't currently have any outdoor enclosures at the Animal Behavior Center. Wind, sounds, can I head down there? Wind, sounds, what else? Exposure to other animals, insects. Okay, sorry about that. Let me try this one more time. We'll head up here to the top of this hill. Seems like where I lost connection. If I lose it again, I'll go around the back way. Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna head right over here. I'm gonna put my camera on a tripod. And I'm gonna work with you, show you some enrichment of a pair of animals that I started messing with yesterday. The more animals you care for, oh crap, I forgot my damn tripod. Oh well, I guess I'm gonna have to do this with my hands. Well, hello! Guess who that is? Oops. Dang it, come on, turn around. Okay. What? We got some attention. So yes, this is a pair of birds, but take a look at the enrichment. I meant to bring my tripod so I could set this up, but I have some natural enrichment sitting right here for them, and obviously they've been paying attention to it. This is Kooky and Monster, the kookaburras that have been living at the center. Cookie's been living at the center with us for 2 years, and Monster for the past year. They're now back at the zoo and just moved to their outdoor enclosure. So when they make those noises, I know we have some interest. Crap, I forgot my tongs, because there's a certain piece of enrichment that I will not touch with my hands. And for you today, I guess I'm going to have to, because I forgot my tongs. Come on. I need an assistant. Okay. Okay, I'm coming in, guys. So we put a pond in here for them. And that's for their enrichment. It's a form of enrichment that they enjoy, I know, because we watched them at the center. They would fly around the center. They would kill any lingering rodent. Makes it really hard to try and recall with that. So Cookie's ready. Let's see what we have. What I'm gonna, don't you fly up to me. I'm not ready for you. I'm going to take, so I've got a couple different pieces of enrichment. I've got their breakfast. I have some super worms. I have some beetles. I have some have some beetles, and I have some... No, Cookie, I can't. Cookie's on my arm. Hang on. Sorry. We obviously have attention and motivation, okay? So this is how I tell if we have motivation, is I'm listening to their vocalizations. Cookie is on me, and I need... What I'm trying to do, we did this yesterday, is I threw a couple of things in their pond. And kookaburras are in the kingfisher family, so I know they like to dive into water. Yeah, where'd it go, huh? Okay, so let me see if I can grab this with one hand, because not only did I forget my tripod, I forgot my tongs. So we got a mealworm. You guys see that? You see that? So Kimberly says, can bring you the tongs and tripod. So I just threw it. Oh, mealworms sink. Well, that's how we experiment. But look, he is watching. He's watching. Okay, sorry. Kim's bringing me my tripod, so let's take a beetle. Come on, beetle. Yeah. Beetles probably float. So it's floating. Anybody see that beetle? Thanks, Kimberly. Oh, you found the tongs too? You found the tongs too? I would forget. Hang on. Okay, let me hide this. And I'm gonna have to come out here. Thank you so much. I can't believe I forgot this.
That's all right.
That's all right. Thank you.
A lot of things on your mind.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, just lock this. I gotta push it out just a bit. There we go. Thanks, Kim.
You're welcome.
Okay, now I can free up my hands.
Laura, I'm going to take this back to the center so you don't forget this.
Okay, thank you. Me forget something? Yeah. Right, Lauren? Lauren's probably up in commissary laughing. Okay, set this up on a tripod. Sorry, guys. Everybody that knows me knows I forget a lot, but everybody that also knows me knows I do like 50 jobs at once. Okay, so there's Monster. Okay, I've got mealworms. I've got beetles. I've got superworms. Okay, so I want them in the pond. Where are they? I want them in the pond. So this is what the first thing I'll do is just hand it to them. Make sure they like it. Make sure I'm working with an effective reinforcer. And I start shaping complexity by making them work for it. Okay, so let's go with Cookie. Monster, he sure is cute. something else I forgot. Damn it. Oh well. Like that. So, see if I have, oops. This is a squiggly beetle. I'll drop it in the pond. So she sees it. I'm going to focus down on the pond. Start dropping some more in. Got both of them staring now. Oh, but I had 3 super worms. Some intense staring here. Don't look at me. Nobody for the pond, huh? Anybody want to find me? Okay, super worms are a go. Okay, I thought for sure we'd have a big winner with the beetles in the pond. Yesterday they were already diving for it. So let me, morning, throw a super worm on the ground. I did have 3. Oh, what happened to the other 2? We got some squiggly super worms. Boop. Down the hatch. So, what I like about the beetles, I'm going to grab one and throw it down by Cookie now. What I like about the beetles is they move a lot and they make a lot of scratching sound when they're moving. I wish she would see what's floating around in the pond. Okay. But something else that I found yesterday, they like earthworms too. So this is all just basic. This is all natural, so this isn't even complex. Trying to see, you know what I should do is stick a couple of mealworms on the rocks. To get them down here closer. Cookie's watching. Monster's digging for something else. Something not provided by me. Come on. What? Come on, get down here. Sorry if this is boring, guys, but this is what I do almost every day. He's watching. Okay, well, my point was to get him diving into the pond. So maybe we need to move on. Beetles, not cutting it. I'll watch as soon as I end the live stream, they're going to be jumping in the pond. But I do have something that they worked for yesterday. By the way, the gator training is going fabulous with the baby gators. Okay, Monster was going after this yesterday. Earthworms. Wow. Anybody? Monster went after it yesterday. He's got his back. Oh, dang it. They're hunting. Hang on. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit cancel. Sorry if this is boring, guys. But I'm experimenting to see what works, what doesn't work. Monster liked these yesterday, so let's rinse it off so it's nice and shiny. Would they like waxworms? Yes, I did have one in here. So I usually like to get an end and then down the hatch. I should get over there and put some of those mealworms on the rock ledge so he can see it. Don't worry, I don't want your worm. Yep, there he goes. So different ways we could offer worms to increase complexity is give them soil to bury themselves in and down the hatch. What about the door? The door's open, but it's just a catch cage door. The outdoor door is locked. Yep. Nope. I'm paranoid about doors too, but I'm not worried about it because it's a double door system. The outdoor door is locked. Okay. But one thing I forgot to bring, and it's not a big deal, because we provide it in our enrichment, is we would put beetles inside of golf ball wiffle balls because it makes noises. And that noise... Hey, cheater. Nope, believe me, Caitlin. I understand the paranoia about doors. I always say here, never two doors open at the same time. Never. And I'm not sure anybody can get more paranoid than me. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish with their brekkie. Yeah. Those that know me know better than to just know better. Okay. So we now do keeper's talks with these guys. Okay, well, he's got his mouth full. So work on Kook. Everybody's seen Kook's recall at the center where she would fly the whole length of the building. Ready for some breakfast? Good girl. There's Kooky. Now we'll try for Monster, who still has a worm in his mouth. So what I'm going to do in the meantime while he's eating his worm enrichment, so this is, if this is the most complex you're getting, this is not complex enough. This is just beginning stages for us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
He's in the back barn.
Yeah, he's in the back.
I'll just check it.
Listen to Jody, Richie. So, this is just extremely simple, all right? While we work on increasing complexity, watching them hunt. So, Monster's watching. I don't know where he's gonna go, but he's got his eye on something. He got it. Sure are cute, Monster. Something else I can do is take the leftover mealworms, sprinkle them across the enclosure. So we can end by walking around and seeing if keepers have provided enrichment yet, but because the zoo doesn't open for another 10 minutes. But something that would be really cool, and I meant to bring a golf ball, wiffle ball over here with me, but it's not a big deal. We could put earthworms in the wiffle balls. Put beetles in the wiffle balls. And a lot of people would like to see this. People would like to see this and say, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? You're not going to be able to do that, are you, Erin?
No, I'm not. I don't think so.
Do we have somebody that can? Thanks, Kim.
Okay. I got one of the bigger ones.
I'm here. Are you able to do a giraffe encounter, Jamie? Just for you.
Okay.
Thanks, Brookway. You're the best.
All right. So nope, this will work. Thank you. I already dumped the beetles. Okay. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, thank you. So, something I could do. This is what we do for Rocky, because we're shaping foraging for him for things, different reasons, but we could do this as long as we don't want this kookaburra to be able to swallow this. He's watching it. So, he dropped the free food and went for the food with more effort, so he is contra freeloading. 7 different theories onto why that happens. Hey. So soon this will become the sight of the ball will become a conditioned reinforcer, meaning if he sees the ball, he'll know there's food in it. But I'd like to eventually provide him golf ball wiffle balls where we just put the worm through the hole and there's not this big opening. Okay, so, well, just a good place to start. All right, so we've got about 10 more minutes before we open, and there's a lot of stuff I've got to get ready, so I'm probably going to let you guys go ahead and go. I hope that wasn't too boring for you, but I just wanted to show where we can start shaping complexity with some natural behaviors. And don't forget to constantly increase that complexity because it will lead to boredom and you are likely to see the behavior of your animals interacting with enrichment or foraging be positively punished. All right, you're very welcome. See you, Sharon. See you guys. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week for Coffee with the Critters.